Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today is Best Money Saving Tips Part 8. I've created a playlist with these so you can go back and listen to them. I'm going to probably end up having over 200 of these. Now on this list there's one I've never heard of and I'd love to know what you guys think. Okay, the first one, and some of these you've heard of but they're good reminders. The first one is everywhere you go so that you don't have to stop through drive-through. If you're going out and about and you think you might be away a while, bring a little cooler, maybe pack some snacks and some drinks and things with you, especially if you think your sugar might go a little lower, because I've actually been in stores before where I've had, and because I always keep snacks with me, where there was a customer that they got really thirsty, their sugar, tanked, and they needed something to eat. They were out and about all day. Luckily, I had a protein bar with me and a drink that I gave them, and they were much better. But always carry these things with you. It's going to save you money and could be good for your health, too, if you struggle with your sugar. Okay, the next one is, one of you told me you don't drive that much, so you have cheaper insurance called MileWise, something you can check into. I also have a friend of mine that she's a very safe driver, and she's an excellent driver. And she, barely has ever gotten into any car accidents, and she's close to 80, so that tells you she knows how to drive and in traffic. But she has some device through, I think it's through her app or on her car, where she's not allowed to be on her phone while she's in the car, and she won't answer the phone, even if she's hands off. And it tells that she's a safe driver, and she gets a discount for that. I don't know what the program's called, but maybe some of you could let me know if you are doing something similar. Okay, the next one is, one of you mentioned that you have one night a week on Sundays where you have what you call a smorgasbord night. You look through everything, find out what you're not eating, like, hey, we've got some old cold cuts, and you throw together all the leftovers and everybody picks and chooses what you want. That way you don't waste food. The next one, and I've done this before and I think it's a fun challenge, but you could have a challenge if you do use cash. Say, this month only, every leftover $5 bill I'm going to save. Now you want to have a purpose of why you're saving. You might say, I'm going to save this for the holidays. That would be an example. Or I'm going to save this for a new pair of glasses that I need. So every dollar you have or every $5, you pick whatever it is and you save that. Also, I'm big into saving change. The next one, I know it says eating healthy, but what this person meant was they don't buy any processed snacks. If they do want it, they actually make it from scratch. They make huge bowls of soups, stews, oats, beans, rice. They season it up all different ways, and they said that they save so much money. They also have a garden, and they put tons of fresh veggies in there, and they said it's very filling, and it's really healthy, and it's super duper cheap. Okay, next one. This is the one I had not heard. One of you shops at a restaurant supply store and says you get good deals. Have any of you done that? I've never done that myself. Okay, the next one of you also mentioned that you have a deep freeze and you make tons of freezer meals. That way for a busy night, you said that you had 4 children, and you also work part-time, so you want to make sure that you've got all of that available. So you have a deep freeze and you make freezer meals, and you cook once a month, which I think is really interesting. And that same person also says that they buy olive oil in bulk since they do a lot of cooking, and that saves. And so I don't know, I guess you might buy a large container. I've never seen a great big container of olive oil. I didn't see one at Sam's last time. Let me know where you guys get something like that. Or you buy it in a gallon. That's what you said. Okay. And then one other person said that they buy bulk and only on things they use a lot. They're very particular about what they buy bulk. And several of you said you use the cash envelope system because it saves you a lot of money, because you allocate everything in a certain envelope, and once that envelope's empty, that is it. You stick with it. One of you mentioned instead of buying snacks, you keep quality protein drinks, which keeps you from snacking on things like sugary snacks. Last but not least, several of you said you sell on all these different sites like the marketplace, eBay, and other sites. Makes you extra money, and you can also buy used things for half the cost. So you make money, and then you might take some of that money and buy something that you want, but you buy it at a good discount. These are some good ideas. Let me know if you use any of these. Obviously, you guys know I use the cash envelope system. I had not heard about the restaurant supply store. I'd love to know what you guys think of that one. And would you use these tips? Anyway, that's all I have to say, guys. Thank you all for listening. I love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.